Morning, class. Okay, so now we've seen the actual physical U.S. being pulled together as more and more states come into the country. Now I want to talk about some ideas pulling the U.S. together as a nation. Pull factors. So the first idea we're going to discuss is nationalism. Nationalism. First of all, what is nationalism? Nationalism is when the people of a country don't question their leaders, accept their leader's authority because they believe their country is the best. So, to get a better idea of nationalism, let's look at some present-day examples of how nationalism, this idea, affects us today. Okay, so you've seen nationalism today. Now I want to talk about this next idea that was uniting the country in the 1800s. This idea is number 2, American exceptionalism. American exceptionalism. So you might see this word in here, exceptional. We can think of American exceptionalism as the idea that America is an exceptional country. If I say you're an exceptional student, you're a great student. If I say America is an exceptional country, that means it's unique. It's great. It's one of a kind. And this was an idea that guided the U.S. from its founding and still guides us today. Again, let's look at some present-day examples of American exceptionalism. Okay, so this third idea, pulling the country together, is very important because it wasn't just some fuzzy nice idea, it was an actual policy that our government followed and still follows. This, number 3, is the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine said in 1820s, the U.S., North America, and South America are forever closed to European colonization. I'll say that again. President Monroe in the 1820s said the U.S., North America, and South America are forever closed to European colonization. Basically, it said, hey, Europe, stay out of North and South America. Again, let's look at some present-day examples to get a better idea of the Monroe Doctrine. Okay, the last idea I want to talk about is this idea of manifest destiny. Now, in the 1800s, in U.S. history, this is one of the key ideas. So everyone put a star next to manifest destiny right here. Manifest destiny is the idea that the U.S. should spread from sea to shining sea, as the old song goes. The U.S. should spread from sea to shining sea. Well, we know in the 1800s this wasn't the case. The U.S. was only this eastern half. It still had to go all the way west. Did it get all the way west? Yes, it did. So again, let's turn to some examples of manifest destiny. It's a little harder to find present-day examples of manifest destiny because the U.S. has accomplished it. We have reached from sea to shining sea. But we can still find it in our popular culture.